All right, so I'm gonna quantum connect, creating a pattern. You might not think it's real, but it's real. I'm gonna try to move. Look at that propeller. Hear it? Took a few days off, but it's back. No matter where I'm at, propeller follows me around. Quantum connecting, people. This is my new neighborhood, and I'm setting a pattern. You think I'm joking, it really works. This is gonna, see what happens is you become familiar. What you gaze upon, right? What you're thinking about appears in the hologram. So I'm actually, like, even the plant, the hills, the sidewalk, the plants, the dirt, if you touch these plants, you touch something, you gaze upon something, it becomes a reality. Now you might say, that sounds like you're talking about some kind of new age stuff. No, the new age stuff stole from us. They want you to be afraid of it. This is not magic. This is creating a pattern. Earth is a birthing machine. See, if you understand, it's all a copy machine. And notice this time I'm walking further than I did before. When I was a kid, I used to come down here and play in the creek down here. And over here we played football. Right on the other side of the apartment, we played football. Now look how stagnated this creek is. That's a crying shame. Somebody at work today says, "Why don't you relax? You got it made. You're rich." I said, "I'm only at 10% of what I want to be." I said, "If I stagnate, I'm going down. To the day I die, I'm pushing higher. Health-wise, mainly spiritually, but health and spiritually, financially." And look on this side, that river. Look at that. I'm moving to the next level. These people need to be ready because they're going to see me as a neighbor. That's the way you have to think. You're setting a new pattern. Actually, I'm looking over there. They got some siding missing on that apartment. You could actually create some work. If you do it cheap enough, they'd hire you. "Hey, I'll fix that siding up there." And underbid everybody else. I said, "Okay." And notice over here is another piece of siding hanging off the side of the building. Come over here and cut some tree limbs down hire you a couple guys, do the work, younger guys do the work for you. You got your business. I didn't notice this address before, but right across the street from me, it's 3533. I had no idea. 3533. I think my wife cheated on somebody that lived in that place. It was about 10 years later. I was over here working or doing something, and the guys knew my name and everything. I didn't know the guy. And he's had a smile like, how did he know me? You know? Targeted individuals, one way or the other, through psychological or actually trying to get in your house, trying to get in your business. If I do this walk on Christmas Eve, connection on Christmas Eve, it has to have a significant meaning, right? It has to be significant. That's such a nice house. Look, they're just letting the roof like that. I know everybody's got it rough. Like that house there, that is a nice house on the end. I mean, big, spacious house on the inside. But it looks rough right now because nobody's doing any work on it. Look at these guys. They turned their house into a kingdom. Look at this. 2 brand new shiny cars, a gate. They got all kinds of stuff going on over there. I don't know if that's the police or what. It's weird lights. No, it's not. You have to shift your consciousness, people. And you can't really do it on your own. You have to have a face-to-face turning. You have to step into something that you've never stepped into before and push yourself to the next level. And it's going to be painful because you've got all these patterns that were put in from a childhood. And you have other people around you, just like at work today. They said, why don't you just chill? You got it made. No. Everything could crash and burn at any moment. You always have to be prepared. I'm not stressing over it. I'm just pushing higher. But if I had that mindset, I put that roof on year before last. I made me a walkway and a deck and got all the material I need to probably do the inside. I just got to buy a tub and a sink and a toilet, and that's not going to be much. And so I'm pretty much there. I actually paid somebody to help me clean out underneath. Let me show you something. It only took us about an hour and a half. Paid the guy. Hope I don't see a snake. Oh, Lordy. I paid the guy. You couldn't even see that end over there. That spider webs. Let me crawl under it. So, you couldn't even see that wall back there. You couldn't see that vent. And so, all this was junk. And what happened was, I looked at that and I said, I don't want to do this by myself. I need some help. And so I paid this guy. And I set this up where it has a long cord. So he was over there. I would pull it back, take it out. It only took us an hour and a half. And now I could see all the way to the wall over there. And it's cleaned out over here. And it's such a big difference. So when I get up under here working, I can see over here and see if there's a snake or whatever. There's probably some cats under here. But it just feels so much better working somewhere where you can see the whole clearance, you know. I mean, there were shingles under here, tires, and it was just ridiculous. Oh, Lord. There's the shingles that were under there. I'm gonna build a deck right over here. And you couldn't even hardly walk back here last year. You couldn't even walk over here. Talking about blood, sweat, and tears. You couldn't walk right here. There was a tree here. There was nothing but. You couldn't walk through here. I kind of increased my square footage on my yardage. And also cleaned up their area, which they should be cleaning, but I did it anyway. Just to be a good neighbor, you know. Unless YouTube shuts me down, I'm kind of doing this as a memory. There seems to be a lot of traffic noise over here, though. You can hear it way back in the background over there. The highway's this way. I don't know why I can hear noise over here. There's no highway over there. Wild stuff. I had a plumbing stoppage a couple years ago, and I dug up the plumbing pipe right there and looked down in there to clean it out, and it was not stopped up. So I called the city and said, looks like something that the city's blocked, the city's line. And I learned this from somebody. You can call them and they'll come out for free and jet the line, their part of the line. And when they jet their line, it actually pulls a suction on your line and clears up the plumbing pipe, and it was free. And every city evidently does that, in case you didn't know that. That is a scary thing, to have your drain pipe stopped up. It would almost be better for you to go buy the drain, the machine, and unstop it yourself. Unless you know a plumber. So crawling under that house now, I just crawled up under that house just a couple feet, and it's not even a big deal because I cleaned it out. It's nice. I'll probably put some old carpet that I've got underneath there just to make it even easier to crawl around. You got to think outside the box, people. Now, this is a problem right here. I'm too close to that power line. I got to do something about that. It's just too low. It's just too low to the ground for my liking. There's always an issue. And so what you do is you pray about it, you experiment, like with this concrete. I'm trying to experiment in which concrete's the best. And I put another coat over this, but you just experiment and test it, and if you have to redo it, that's fine too. You don't have to have all the answers, and it's okay to make a mistake, you know. It's all right to make mistakes. I don't know if I'll upload this. I paid a lady to help me. She needed some money, so I said, I can give you some money. Go over and help me lay this floor. And she did a good job. We laid this half of the room probably in 2 hours, working together. She really did a good job. Now I just got to do the other half. I'm just quantum connecting today. I'm letting the universe know my intention. I installed that. paint that wood. I just did that to make it more secure. You won't even see it once I paint it. This is not going to be Taj Mahal at all. This is going to be a studio. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, how in the world am I going to fix that? The least amount of effort. And I got an idea. I have an idea. They did not secure that. I don't know what kind of wood that is. They didn't secure it too well. You could actually box this in and make it into another room, you know. I put this window in this whole wall right here in 4 hours. I had to tear the whole wall out and put the whole window in. I'm not a professional carpenter, but I can get the job done. This is rough in here. If I really focused and took a vacation and really focused, I could probably be done this in 30 days if I really focused. But I'm not trying to stress. Letting these people know that I'm here. Yeah, I think what I need to do, since that's hanging low, I need to go ahead and put something right here to block it so that nobody can reach their hand over there and get electrocuted. That's what I'm gonna do.